Blaha with Take Off Your Handles and joyflames.com. How is your June going so far? Well, let's do a little review of May because it has a lot to do, as you know, with quantum leaping to the next time space on the Earth planet, right? So we just keep making these leaps, and May, as you remember, was evaluating your ID and deciding, is this really me? Or perhaps am I carrying some messaging, some thought forms, even my ideas of my purpose and why I'm here in from somebody else's impression. Could be a teacher, a mentor, a parent, a relative, a sibling. There's all kinds of stuff that can roll in where we start to consider other people's perceptions of us as who we are. So you might have been finding in May that you were casting out a lot of these things that you said, these are totally trapping me. And I'm feeling really contained or constrained and I have to get myself free, right? So you were jumping and dumping off and getting clearer and clearer to what is your ID. And maybe you found that the essential self of you is becoming larger and larger, and this identification that we put upon ourselves is very limiting. And it's maybe that showed up in May where you decided I have to expand out of ID mode and come into a much larger sense of what am I connected to, what is at my fingertips, as far as all of that possibility and those infinite ways of being able to live rather than a straight line or this linear earth plane perception that we often get imbued with. So June, what is June then doing from that leap? So this is going to be a fascinating little month for a lot of people because what you probably are sensing around you, even maybe you're personally experiencing, is a sense of, whoa, I'm really starting to question whether I can ethically stand where I'm standing right now, or that my integrity is getting pinged all over the place because how I want to care and how I want to be mindful about things and what I can bring to the table, it is way too constrained where I am right now with whatever that is. Maybe it's a business and organization, a community that you're in, a particular city. You know, lots of these things are coming up for people where it comes down to, I feel like there's this sense in me that my ethics are really coming in loudly and clearly and saying, you know what, you can't tolerate this. And if the arena that you're in is unwilling to receive your information regarding some evolutionary necessary leaps that are being called for the whole, whoever's there, whether it's animals and people and your family or etc. And what's happening is you're getting that, we've always done this. It's always been this way. Well, that's just the policy. You know, it's been working for us for 30 years. This is how we've always done it. And yet you're seeing it as like, that's a clamp down in evolution here. And I'm seeing animals or people or nature not getting attended to in the ways that are possible. And so you might be standing there and getting in this twist and turn of, yeah, but if I stay here, I can maybe make more of an impact on the people or the beings, the animals, the nature, that are calling to me there. Or there's a party that's saying, hold on, no, when I go there or I'm in this environment, in this arena, I'm feeling like I'm not being able to be myself all the way, and my frequency is kind of lowering down, spiraling down with the frequency states of those around you. So there could be this tussle going back and forth, kind of a heave-ho. Remember the Dr. Seuss book with Push Me, Pull You? Kind of like that, where it's like the horse is facing one direction and there's another horse connected to the same body that's facing the other way and they're trying to figure out which way to go, right? Well, here's the fun part of life, and that is when you are in a situation where people are all jiving on the same state of mind and they're all duking it out or figuring it out or coming to their own states of, yeah, this is victim, and that's a victim statement, or this is really disempowering to do, and they're all sifting through that and dancing through that. That doesn't mean you have to stay in it. And instead, the most loving thing that you can do is to step back and allow all of those frequency states to figure out what's going on, right? Because the minute you come in with a speedier frequency state, for example, and you're saying, well, yeah, but it could be like this, what happens? Resistance flies up, the walls go up, and the love can't get through. So even if you have a really strong sense that but if I stay, I can affect them this way and I can impact that way, but wait a minute, nobody's been hearing me out and everybody's been cocking an eye at me and thinking I'm crazy and whatever, too loving, too soft, too much, whatever you want to call it, because that's what a lot of people get told, right? You're expecting too much, you are too fanciful, or you should really be accepting where things are right now because that's the way they are, etc. And so you're going through this dance of figuring out, and in that piece of assessing it and really getting honest with yourself of what is my frequency state doing in this, is this the most effective that I can be with my impact and my purpose on the planet, right? So that's going back and forth in June for a lot of people. You might come to the end of June and say, I gotta go. I know I'm supposed to be somewhere else, that there's already a field of energy that's available for what I bring to the table. It is not, I'm not going to be running into all kinds of resistance, and people are waiting for you to show up, because that's how things work in the quantum too, is your position, your home, your community, your city, your reality. There's always a space available for you. There's always a home for you that's waiting for you. No two people are meant to go to the same exact position in a career or the same, because that's the individuality and the soul impact that we're all here making, right? So if you're finding that tussle of your ethics and your you could call it morality, I suppose, if you want, but morality has a bit of judgment around it. So you can just think of it as everybody's got their own ideas of what is ethical and what is unethical, what has integrity or what a person's entitled to, and etc. It comes down to you deciding, hold on, could I really maybe move on and take that frequency state with me, then maintain it a lot easier, because I don't feel like I'm fighting against slower frequencies, and be ready and available for where I'm being called, that I'm being nudged, I'm being pulled, and there's this sense of get going, get out of here. And maybe you're even stomaching that, like I'm feeling rejected, or I'm feeling a little like set aside or whatever. But really check into that and see if it's not that you're just being called somewhere else, because you're never rejected from your essential self. You're never rejected from a space-time of your existence. Your form is always on purpose somewhere, right? So enjoy your June. Happy leaping, and let me know if you have any questions at all. This is Jeannie, Blaha, Colorado with Take a Walk with Your Angels from joyflames.com. Peace.